So until this starts to build up, okay? And we continue going until you get to the stage where your body is localized inside the sensation, meaning that your body is full of qi. And you keep going until the current fills up that space, and then through the arms, nice and strong, until your body starts to produce the inner Jing. Okay, the inner Jing. So we have now converted, or through the manipulation of the body's essence and the body's qi, the outer substances, we have produced the first of the Xian Tian, or pre-celestial substances, which is the inner medicine, Nei Yao version of the Jing. Okay? So this goes back to, like I was saying, that question, they say, can you nourish the body with Jing? Yes, but do you know what I mean? Like, through this, yes. Can you nourish the body with Jing? Through Qigong? Not really. Can you nourish the body through Neigong? Not really. The only way you can nourish the body with Jing, okay, to replenish the essence to a certain extent, is take it to this kind of stage. So that basically the efficiency of the qi and the Jing has reached such a stage that your body will produce the inner medicine, the Jing that rains down through the inside. Okay? Now there are many other facets involved in this, like the plucking of the chunyang and things like this, but another day. So if I keep going and keep going, what it means that when I'm training, this is what I am not hunting for, that's the wrong way to do it, but this is what I'm paying attention to, right? So it's not like just to dispel some myths, you know, like if you read or listen to people when they talk about the firing process stage, there's a couple of errors. One, they make out that it's very simple. As in, sometimes they will say, if you reverse breathe, that's the firing process. And it's like, no. Reverse breathe is a part of it, but a process is a process. And this is the process you're trying to take your body through. So the exercise, the method, is not the process. Okay? The method can be learned very easily, but the process takes time to unfold in your body, of course. Okay? That's the first thing to understand. Okay? The method can be learned quick, especially if you've got good body control, but the process takes a little while. Then after that, the other error is it's kind of given the idea that it's only about the sensation here in the dantian, or only about the heat at the bottom of the body, but it's not true. While I am sat there, while I'm doing it, yes, it is true that there is heat and warmth and bubbling and all those things at the bottom of the body, but actually I'm paying attention to the entire of the body at the same time. Okay? I need that current that radiates through the middle of the body. I need it to go into the marrow. I need to get that body filled up until I am residing within the sensation of qi. Okay? This is what I do. And as you can see, not a psychological process, as I've tried to explain many times, and not a philosophical process, an actual process, like something that we're trying to do with our body. Okay? This practice, alongside Neigong, is very doable. It's very doable. It will just take some time. It will just take some time, which is why I advise have a Neigong practice and then have this in the background as well, basically, and the two will work together in order to do this. So from here, this leads us to this idea of, I drew this yesterday, I think. Yeah, I did, yeah. Okay, this. So they say that within the poetry, that there is either, they'll say there's a thunder on top of the mountain, or sometimes they'll say the earth shakes beneath the mountain. Like you get those kind of phrases come up within their analogies. And as I was saying, this is a rumbling or a generation of change, the rousing symbol, sometimes called thunder, and then a mental stillness that arises. Not a full samadhi, not a jhana, but just a stability and a profound quietness that arises in your mind, if you like. It's like the senses become fully sealed. And as far as I can make out, it's like, sure, there's probably a mechanism of the channels opening, it makes your mind go quiet. But also, by the time I get to this stage, it's more tangible than reality, if you get what I mean. It's more tangible than the outside world. It's very easy to see all my senses from the outside world when the inside world is irradiated with heat and electricity and magnetism, and it just becomes like this whole scene on the inside. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, once that sensation is so strong, it's not hard to absorb into it. It's like if I wanted to absorb into a subtle feeling, it's very hard. But if that feeling is very, very strong, it's very simple to be aware of it, okay? So the more I do, and the more I do, and the more I do, and the more it leads my mind in towards that kind of stillness, the shaking, the rumbling, will start to open something, well, that will lead to the inner version of qi. The next of the inner treasures becomes available to us, what you might call the Xian Tian Jing. Okay? The pre-celestial qi that arises is the second of the alchemical agents. The first alchemical agent is the inner jing. The second alchemical agent is the inner qi, okay, that then starts to be produced in the body. But I've spoken enough, so we will come to that soon, right? When the inner qi starts to be produced, we will step across to the qi to shen stage, okay, the qi to shen stage of the training, right? So this is where we must be careful with regards to terminology, because sometimes within Neidan, often within Neidan, people will carry across Chinese medical terminology for Jing and Qi and Shen as if they are the same thing, but they are not. Okay, the Jing and the Qi that is discussed in Chinese medicine is a factor, it must be healthy, but they are not alchemical agents. The Jing and the Qi and the Shen are not the ingredients that form the elixir. The elixir is only formed from the Xian Tian or pre-celestial versions of Jing and Qi. Do you understand that? Does that make sense, yeah? So our first process, even though they call it Jing to Qi, really, if we were to break it down, Jing to Qi should be converting the Jing and Qi until such a stage as the pre-celestial Jing arises. Then this will lead us to the stage of working with the pre-celestial Qi. That is a more accurate definition for what we are trying to do. And as I was showing you, the pre-celestial Jing is the jade fluid that is produced inside the brain that fills and cleans the marrow of the body and cleans the body, purifies it as a result of the stage of the Jing and the Qi being complete. It's very similar to in yogic methods, some yogic methods that I was exploring when I was younger, but didn't get so far, but just theoretically. Their idea being that the channels, essentially within their system, are regulated and purified, and then there is a kind of deep kriya, a deep cleansing change that takes place within your body that purifies it. And they talk about it being a kind of holy or anointed oil that converts your body into a temple. This would be what they start, this is the kind of phrasing and terminology they will use. And when the body has this anointed oil and turns into a temple, then what happens is the pre-celestial version of energy starts to rise inside your body, and then your alchemy is at a very good stage. The foundations have been laid.